I'ma show you what the truth is. It's only you, it's only you, it's only you. I'm not always there when you call, but
you ain't paying for it. I ain't paying for it either, but like, you ain't paying for it either. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Corinne Guanisha, and today, as you can tell by the title, we're gonna be talking about my boobs. So, as you can tell by the title, we're talking about me getting a breast reduction. So I wrote a whole list of things down that I'm gonna go over. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. All right, so let's just get into the specs of who my doctor was, how old I was, and all that type of stuff. So I was 22 years old when I got my boobs done. My doctor was Jason L. Busman. He's a doctor for Health Partners in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So if you're not from Minnesota, or if you're not in Minneapolis, you know, you just gonna have to do research on your doctor. I do suggest you do research. Ask for pictures of before and after. You know, ask them just as many questions as you can. He was very helpful and he was just amazing, y'all. Paying for my breast reduction, I did have my health insurance pay for it, just because they do pay for it. Like, your health insurance will cover it. I just had to pay like $6, $3 for the surgery, and then $3 for my medicine. So I really didn't have to pay much of anything. And then I got a breast reduction because that summer of 2020, I had went in to get my, what's that thing called when they shove that thing up your cooch? Pap smear. I went to get my pap smear done, and my doctor, well, my gynecologist, she was like, oh, have you ever did the breast test to make sure you don't have lumps? And I'm like, oh, well, no, I haven't done it yet, you know. So she did the breast test and she found a lump, and of course I was scared, you know. And she also gave me the referral to get my breast reduced as well too, so that was like a plus for me. But she ended up like referring me to the breast cancer place in Minnesota. Went there, ended up not having breast cancer, thank God. But they did say like it could have went left if I didn't check it right away. I'm not gonna get into that because like it's not really relevant to this video, but that is like one of the main reasons why I did. And then like honestly, I did it because I wanted to. Like, I don't think like I really owe a big explanation, and if you want to get it done, you don't owe anybody an explanation too, because I know a lot of people are like, well, if you do that then you're insecure. This is like, I did it because I want to. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, you ain't paying for it, I ain't paying for it either, but like, you ain't paying for it either. Okay, let's talk about pre-op. So your pre-op appointment is basically to test your blood pressure, to test okay, editing me coming in, so they do also test your vitals as well, just to make sure, you know, everything is everything and you are physically able to get the surgery. Make sure you didn't have like diseases or anything, you know, just to make sure, you know, if they cut inside of you, like blood gets somewhere, no one's gonna be like affected by it. They make you take a pregnancy test, and then they also, you know, just weigh you up and just, you know, get your final measurements. That's pretty much what your pre-op appointment is. It's really like nothing more. So now let's talk about surgery day. So my surgery day specifically, I had to be at the hospital at like, I want to say like 5 a.m. So I had my sister bring me to the hospital because of course you have to have someone driving you. They bring you to the hospital, check in, you know, you go upstairs or wherever your room is. I got into my hospital room. The CRNA, which is the nurse anesthesiologist who puts me to sleep, she came in The surgeon's assistants came in as well, and then my surgeon came in. They all came in to just introduce themselves to me. I knew my surgeon beforehand, as you guys already know, but I'm just saying, like, the rest of the people came in and I was introduced to them. Pretty much what happens is, of course they put you to sleep. Now when they put you to sleep, they be like, okay, we're just gonna shoot you up with something, with the anesthesia, and you should be asleep in no time. When I tell y'all, I don't even remember going to sleep. I just remember waking up in the hospital room and they were like, okay, you're all done. And I'm like, okay, like, you know, like, and I wasn't in pain at all. And they said typically people who wake up usually are in more pain. When I tell y'all, I got right up off that goddamn table and I was like, all right, let me sign the paper so I can go. Let me get my prescription so I can go. Like, I was good. Like, I didn't feel nothing, and that was really just because the anesthesia didn't wear off of me yet. So I ended up going to the pharmacy. My sister got my pills and went home. Now let's talk about the pain. Whew. I have a few videos that I'm gonna be inserting in this video, so you guys are gonna see like little stuff. So the pain wasn't really that bad, if I'm just being honest. I will say the first couple days were hell.
Okay guys, so I'm laying down. I'm actually in my sister's bed. It's very comfortable, but my pain is coming from like down here, those incisions, but like everything else is fine. It's just the bottom is hella.
Okay, like, and I mean hell as in like, it was really like my bottom incisions that were hurting super freaking bad. Like, it hurted really, really bad. Like, it was just, it was a lot. Like, out of 1 through 10, I'll say it was a 7. And it really only hurted when I tried to lift up. Like, you literally had to have someone holding you like this so you could hold them like this to lift up, because it was super hard. Like, one thing I will say, make sure you have a lot of pillows, so that way you could be sleeping like kind of laying up a little bit, so you're not like, you know, in that much pain, right? After like the first 4 days, I was pretty much good. Like, after a week, because a week, that's when you go to your post-op appointment, I was able to drive. But the first week, they do recommend that you don't drive. You just, you know, kind of chill, relax, walk around a little bit, and that's really it. So that's honestly what I did. Talk about the healing process. Now, with the healing process for everyone, it's kind of different. It really just varies. Because I went, and as you guys can tell by the thumbnail, I went from very large boobs to smaller boobs. Like, my boobs were so freaking huge, y'all. Like, they're still kind of like big and chunky, but compared to what they used to be, they're nowhere near that, okay? And they sit up, okay? They sit up. I don't even, look, I ain't even wearing a bra, and these little babies sitting up. My nipples is right here, like, period. It took at least like a month for me to really be able to like feel like normal, because when it first got done, it really feels like there's just 2 big ass bricks sitting on top of your chest that don't belong to you, that you wish you could rip off. Like, that's how it felt. It wasn't like I said, after the first week, like really week and a half, like I really didn't have pain. I didn't have to keep taking my meds or nothing like that. But I will say, like, it just didn't feel like it belonged to me. Like, it felt like someone attached boobs to me that were not mine. Like, that's how it felt. It felt very weird. Like, I don't know, it was just very weird. After like a month, because I went to my monthly checkup, and they said that I could start wearing regular bras, so I did start buying regular bras. Right now, let me go grab my bra. So this is my new bra size. Hopefully you guys can see it like pretty well. But now I am actually a 38B. So this is my new bra size now compared to what I used to be. So that's officially my bra size. I noticed that I could stay in the 38 family. Like I could even get away with like a 38C if I want like full coverage, which I usually don't, cause like if you got it, flown it, boy, I know you want it. While I turn, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, you know, I still be wanting to show a little something. So, you know, I usually like to just wear my 38Bs because they just fit so good. Now let's get into some cons. So for me, I did notice, because I did not change my diet after I got my breast reduction, so my boobs did get larger from what they were. Now, like I said, I can still fit this 38B. However, I am noticing that I am spilling over like just a tad bit. So your boobs definitely can grow back. So if you are planning to get a breast reduction, make sure you change your habit like completely. You can still eat bad, but like make sure you're limiting that, because you don't want to go around and gain your boobs back after you done took all these months to heal. Then you gotta do a second breast reduction, and nobody wants to do that, because when you go for a second one, like I don't know about y'all, but my insurance paid for it. I'm not trying to pay $5,000, and they said like if you go in for another one, we need 5 bands, and I'm like, you crazy as hell. Another con, scarring. So I had to get the anchor method. I'll put a picture, you know, right here showing you guys the different methods that there are. You have the lollipop, which is like for people who have big boobs but they're not like severely large like how mine was. And then you have the anchor method, which is for people like me who had big boobs. So I do have scars like from here to here and then going down, because that's the anchor method. And then I'm a natural person who keloids, so I do also have keloids as well. I'm not gonna show you guys like the pictures of my keloids because I am like working on getting those like healed. So one day in the future I will show you guys that, if you guys, you know, want a video on what I'm doing for that. But for right now, I'm just not about to show y'all that. But pretty much like when you get keloids, that's usually like, it's not uncommon. It's very common for people who have large boobs who, you know, go down like many sizes, because I had really big boobs. Like this was my bra. And when I tell y'all this, it doesn't seem that big. Like, well, it is kind of big like compared to my head, but my boobs were actually bigger than this. Y'all see on the thumbnail, and I'll put the thumbnail video right here. Like my boobs were huge, y'all. So they were literally touching my thighs, okay? Like they were big as hell. Like they were huge. There is possibilities of scarring. Right now I'm working on getting my scars good and getting my keloids to be flat so I can start getting laser scar removal. So, you know, I could be able to wear like those cute little bikinis where I can have the thin strap instead of getting that thick band, because I honestly think that's ugly. But, you know, until I get that together, I'm not going to be wearing bikinis because I just don't like how these scars look. And like I said before, you do get tested for COVID as well. So y'all, so that's the end of this video. If you guys have more questions, feel free to leave them down below. I will definitely make sure to answer them. Or I can also just make another video with the questions that you guys have. But definitely feel free to leave them down below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
Also, just to clarify, guys, I will be making a part 2 for my breast reduction series, just to show you guys more of like scarring and things you can do to prepare. So there will be a series along with this.